I'm Camilla. Thank you for joining me for today's session, which is a 30-minute full body strength session. So we are going to target every muscle group in the body in today's session, and we're going to get it done in 30 minutes. We're going to go through a quick warm up and then we'll get going with each exercise, which I will talk you through as we go. So just bring those arms up overhead and we're going to whiz through with a quick warm up. So you are ready for today's session. Really important to get that body warmed up before we do anything with it. Okay, and then just alternating the arms each side. Just warming up those shoulders. And then we're going to take our arms out to the sides and just warming up through the spine. Just bring your body round to each side. And then allowing your hips to follow all the way through, increasing that range of movement. So bring the body all the way round. Warming up that back. Okay, we're going to take our hands beside our head, so we're going to hinge at the hips, so coming over, then back up to standing, feeling this down the back of the hamstrings, and as you come up, push through with those hips, show you from the side, brilliant, and we're going to do one more. Great, and then we're going to get going with our legs. We're just going to step across, opposite hand to opposite toe, stepping out to the side. I'm stepping out to the right, but it's just bending the knee of the leg you're standing into, opposite hand to opposite toe. Brilliant. Okay, changing sides. So we're stepping across to the other side, stepping out, opposite hand to opposite toe. Warming up those legs. Okay, then we're going to come up onto the mat, reaching up and then squatting down, reaching up nice and tall, opening out that core, squatting down, touching the floor. Coming back up, excellent. Really reach all the way up. And then we are going to get going with today's session. I'm going to set my timer. We are starting with a squat to press. So you are going to need a pair of dumbbells. Just going to check, yeah, I'm in the frame. Right, we're going to have a pair of dumbbells. I'm going to take a pair of 5 kilogram dumbbells onto my shoulders, feet hip width apart. I'll set the clock. And we're going to go into our squat to press. So dumbbells on your shoulders, engaging that core, bring those hips out behind you, down into that squat, and then we're coming to an overhead press. Let's go. So keeping that squat nice and strong. Knees in line with your toes, squeezing up into your overhead press. So you're coming down to that squat. As you come up, pushing your arms up, your body weight through your heel, squeezing all the way up. And we're going for 45 seconds, and then we've got a 15-second recovery. So I want you to use that to catch your breath before we go to our next exercise. Okay, so coming down, pushing up. We've got 5 seconds left. Keeping that weight into the heel and resting there. Excellent. Next up, we've got a chest press. So find a pair of dumbbells to suit your strength for this. I'm using 6s. Use what you feel happy with. We're coming down onto the mat, elbows out to the side, and we are going to press up over our chest, coming up for 2 and out for 2. So it's nice and controlled. You're squeezing out those dumbbells over the chest, Coming back out to the sides, nice and slowly. So as you touch down, you go straight back up, pressing up over the chest, out for 2, up for 2. We've got 15 seconds left. Keep pushing. You want to feel challenging by the end, so making sure you're using a weight that feels like it's testing you. Last one, and resting there. Excellent. We are then going to go into a renegade row, so I'm going to drop my dumbbells down to 5 kilograms. Coming onto the mat, you can do it 2 ways. Your easier way is to row up from all fours, as I am now. So keeping the back nice and straight, lifting the elbows up. If you want to progress that, take your feet out behind you, into a plank, engaging that core, keeping your hips nice and still, and we're rowing up. Keeping those hips still to keep that core engaged. Rowing all the way up, back down to the mat, keeping that core nice and strong. We've got 10 seconds to go. Good work. Last couple, and resting there. Excellent. We're now going to do shoulders. So I'm going to reduce my weights again to 4 kilograms. We're going to come onto a single leg. Have a bend in that standing leg knee, tailbone tucked under, hands out in front, and we're going to come out to the sides. So here we're working on our balance in that standing leg. So staying focused on a point to maintain that balance. Standing tall, chin up, head on your neck, on your perch, lifting up out to the sides. So good form and posture, really important for this exercise. And you want to have dumbbells that you can lift out to the side whilst maintaining that posture. We don't want to see your head coming forwards and swinging your body to get those dumbbells up. Keeping it nice and still. And resting there. Brilliant. See, I told you it goes fast. Right. A little bit heavier. I'm going to move up to my 6s. We're going to swap legs, so standing on the other leg. We're going to do a single leg bicep curl. So we're bending that standing leg knee. We're going to come up with our dumbbells. Keeping our elbows into our sides. Palms up to the sky. We're taking those dumbbells up and slowly down. Keeping that balance, she says. Coming down. Keeping those dumbbells up. All under control. So when you see I'm not swinging these, we're going nice and slowly. Muscles under tension for longer, makes them work harder. Squeezing them up. Keeping a little bend in that standing leg knee. Good work. One more. And resting there. Excellent. Okay, tricep. We're going to do kickbacks. I'm going to go for 4s. For this, we're hinging at the hip, engaging that core, okay? So engaging the core, bending the knees. We're hinging over, bring your elbows up, and we're going to kick back behind us. Okay, so choosing a weight so you feel comfortable. You're extending your arm out behind you, keeping those elbows nice and high. Okay, so squeezing it back. Good work. Keep pushing back. Squeezing those arms all the way. We've got 10 seconds left. Last couple of repetitions. Doing a great job. Last one. And resting there. Coming down onto the mat. We've got 2 core exercises before we finished our first set. For this, I want you to have your legs at a 90 degree, knees at a 90 degree angle, focusing your lower back on the floor. Your lower back needs to stay on the floor at all times. We're going to extend that leg out, keeping that lower back firmly on the floor. Don't bring your legs so low if your lower back lifts. Just take your leg down to where it feels comfortable. And for anyone wanting to progress it, coming from a full leg, all the way down. But your lower back has to stay on that floor. So choose the version of this that works best for your current core strength. Keeping that lower back down. We have 10 seconds left. Last couple of repetitions. And resting there. Then we're going to come onto our front and we're going to come into a plank and we're reaching back to touch the toes. So a nice strong plank and we're going opposite hand, opposite toe, back to a strong plank. Okay, so you're reaching back. Do not worry if your hands don't reach your toes. Work with what you've got. And just reach back to where you can get that reach to. Keeping that nice and controlled core as you come back down. Excellent stuff. I'm going to keep this going. We've got 15 seconds left. Reaching back. Coming back down into your nice strong plank. Each time. Last couple of repetitions. And then set one is done. Resting there, knees to the ground. 15-second rest, have a quick drink. Then we're going to get going in our squat to press for our second set. Okay, so feet hip width apart, dumbbells onto those shoulders, and let's go. Into that squat, down and then up. Sitting down into your heels, into the glutes, pushing up through the heel and taking those arms overhead. Excellent. Squatting down, hips out behind you, knees nice and strong, in line with your toes. Squeezing up. Oh, you're going to feel the shoulders working in this today. Brilliant. Keep getting those shoulders up, those dumbbells up above the head. Work those shoulders nice and hard. Couple more repetitions. Good, and resting there. Right, taking your slightly heavier dumbbells down onto that mat for our chest press. So lying down on the mat, elbows up to the sides. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can lift up into a glute bridge. So you're working glutes at the same time. Or you can keep your back flat on the floor. We're pressing up over the chest. Coming up for count 2, down for 2. So it's nice and slow, under control. Okay, keep squeezing up. If you've got your glutes up, keep them nice and high. Get those glutes up. Pushing those dumbbells over the chest. If you have your back on the floor, just concentrating on keeping your arms in sync so they are working together. Last couple of repetitions. One more. And out to the sides, resting there. Okay, renegade row. If you want to drop down, drop those weights down. Make it slightly easier for yourself. You have 2 options. Coming from all fours and you're rowing up. Option number 1. So keep that core engaged, tummy to spine. Rowing up, 2 elbows out to the sides, keeping your back nice and still. Or you can take it into your plank, rowing up. So choose the option which works best for you. If you need to keep your knees on the mat, keep them down. If you want to make it harder, come into your plank. I want to see those bums in line with spines. Don't want to see your bum up here. You may as well be on your knees. Okay? Last couple of repetitions. And resting there. Excellent. Right, scaptions, shoulders. Let's get onto that single leg. I'm taking my dumbbells lighter. I've got 4s today. Had a busy week with my upper body. Standing on the opposite leg, if you can remember what leg you're on. Bending that knee, tailbone tucked under. Okay, we're coming out to the sides. So bring those dumbbells out. Keeping a little bend in that elbow. Lifting up those shoulders to the sides, feeling the burn. Great stuff. Keeping that balance, keeping that other foot off the floor, tailbone under, standing nice and tall, engaging that core. Brilliant. Squeezing up. You're nearly through. Couple more. Let's go for one more. And resting there. Excellent. Bicep curl. I'm going to my 60s. Taking the other leg. I'm going to bend that knee over the standing leg. Tucking the tailbone under. Keeping the palms up. We're going to curl up to the chest. Coming out to the sides. Nice and slowly. Brilliant. Maintaining that balance. Brilliant work. This strengthening the ankle, knee, hip. Whilst working your biceps. Killing everything at once. Brilliant. Keep coming up. You're nearly through. Squeezing those biceps. Squeeze those dumbbells up to your chest. Yes. You got it. Couple more repetitions. Good, and resting there. Great stuff. Right, triceps, kickbacks. Go a little bit lighter. I'm taking my 5s. We're hinging at that hip, engaging the core, pushing your tailbone out behind you. Nice, strong, flat back. Arms straight down, tummy button to spine, elbows up. We're kicking back out behind us. It's on that angle. So you can see your elbows stay nice and still, extending the arm out behind you. Feeling this in your triceps, in the back of those arms. Remember to keep breathing. Excellent stuff. Giving a check of those elbows, making sure they're staying high. Last couple of repetitions. And resting there. Excellent. Okay, we're coming down onto the mat for our leg extension, working our lower core. So come down onto that mat, go from where you feel comfortable for you. If it's 90 degrees, perfect. Let's go, extending that leg out, concentrating on keeping your lower back on the mat. Keeping it firmly down. If you can come from a 90 degree angle, great. If you want to make it harder, come from a full straight leg, making sure that lower back stays on the mat. If it begins to lift with tiredness, because this is the second set, regress it and do it with your knees at 90 degree angles so you are working your core, not straining your lower back. You've got a couple more repetitions left. And then we are nearly through set 2. It's flying. Right, last one. Good. Okay, resting there. Turning onto your front. Plank to toe tap to finish this set. Okay, so tummy button to spine, coming up into your plank. And then we're going to reach back, opposite hands, opposite toes. Just walk forward a bit. End up on the dumbbells. As you come down, keeping those hips in line with your core, with your spine, so it's a nice strong plank. Getting that little hold in the core where you feel the tension. And reaching back to each side. Good stuff, keep it coming. You are nearly through set 2, and then we have one more set to go before we stretch, which is fantastic. Resting there, coming down, grabbing a quick drink, then take your dumbbells, and we're going to go into our squat to press, getting set 3 underway, and we'll soon be done. So, feet hip width apart. We're going to come down, thumbs and shoulders, into that squat, pushing up above the head. Your push-ups now might feel a little more challenging, but work with what you've got. If you need to ditch the dumbbells or go lighter, you can do that option. So just taking a brief look down at your knees, checking they're in line with your toes, nice and strong, pushing your body weight up through your heel, through the glutes, squeezing up. Excellent. Nice spot to press. We have got 1 or 2 more. Let's get another one in. Yes, excellent. Okay, coming down into your chest press. Oh, last set of chest. So, down onto the mat, either keeping your back on the mat and pressing from here, or you can lift those glutes up, challenge yourself, providing your arms are in sync, working together. Get those glutes up, engage that pelvic floor, and work it all at the same time. If you feel happier on your back, stay on your back on the mat. Keeping those arms up for 2, out for 2. Squeezing those glutes nice and tight. Get those glutes up. Great stuff. Squeezing up. We've got 1 more. And resting there. Changing your dumbbells if you need to. For your renegade row. We're going to come back down onto the mat. Engaging your core on all fours. Rowing up to each side. Option number 1, perfectly acceptable to do this. You can even go a little heavier with your weights if you feel comfortable. On all fours, rowing up. And if you want to come into your plank and make it a full row, you can do that too, keeping your hips nice and still, engaging that core, rowing up. So working with what you feel is good for you right now. Good, keep it going. You're nearly through. Last couple of reps. And resting there, knees to the mat. Okay, we have got shoulders. So I'm going lighter again. Onto my left leg. Back to the leg I started on. Don't worry if you can't remember. Bending that standing leg knee. Tailbone under. So bringing the hips under. That's it. And then you're coming out to the sides with those arms whilst breathing. And maintain your balance. Exhale as you lift. Good stuff. Last set of these. Working that balance, keeping that opposite foot off the floor. So your standing leg is doing all the work. Bring those arms out to the sides. If you feel your balance going, you might have to lower your weight. Your shoulders will be feeling this. It's the third set. Last one. And resting there. Okay. Bicep curls. Taking my 6s. You want to go a little heavier? Go a little heavier. Otherwise stick with what you've got. Onto the other leg. Bending that standing leg knee. Tailbone tucked under. We're going to curl up to the chest. I'm going to feel these in my biceps today. So squeezing up. And slowly down. Even if your weights are light, keep it slow. Good. Keeping that balance, keeping your focus, engaging that tummy to spine, standing nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders. Great stuff. Squeezing it up. Couple more repetitions. Come on, guys. You're nearly through the 30-minute session. And resting there. Good. Going lighter on the triceps. Got my 5s. Might have to drop down to the 4s. We don't know until we try. And that's absolutely fine. Hinging at the hips. Engaging that core. Tailbone up behind you. Elbows up nice and high. Squeezing back. Working those triceps one last time. Really squeeze back. Last bit of effort. And we've got our 2 core exercises, body weight only. And then we're going to stretch. Good. Squeezing back, check those elbows, checking they're up high. Last ones. Give it everything you've got. Squeeze back, get those elbows up. Great. Nearly through. And one more. And resting there. Woo! Great stuff. Okay. Coming down onto your back for our leg extensions into 90-degree angle or a straight leg. Let's go. Let's get them done. And anyone from a straight leg, just making sure your lower back stays on that mat, adjusting the exercise if necessary, so it does work that lower core and not pulling on the back. Coming down. Excellent. Keep breathing. Concentrating on that core, drawing in your stomach to your spine. Excellent stuff. You are nearly through. We've got one more exercise left. Let's go for one more. Good. Resting there. Coming over onto your front. Ready to work that core one last time into your plank. In 3, 2, 1. Coming up into your plank. Reaching back to your opposite toe. Bring that plank nice and strong. Good. Brilliant work. Squeezing back. Keeping that core control. Concentrating. Last 15 seconds. Reaching back, pushing up. Last couple. Let's get one more in. Come on, guys. Great stuff. Knees to the mat and resting there. Excellent. Well done. Grab a quick drink. Please stay with me for a stretch. Really important to stretch everything out after we have strengthened and contracted all our muscles. Okay? It's a must. Please stretch with me. We'll be done in 2 minutes. Let's come into a lunge, leaning forward into our front knee, keeping the shoulders back, pushing forward into that front knee, feeling the stretch through this hip flexor here, leaning forward, taking a deep breath in, enjoying a quiet moment in the stretch. Okay, and then we're going to change onto the other side, so just bring that leg forward, toe into the ground, pushing forward into the front knee, keeping body upright, and just feeling that stretch through this hip flexor here. It was a great session. Feel free to use it again. Consistency is key. If you could do it twice in a week, even better, go for it. Okay, and then we're just going to slowly come to standing, interlink our fingers and just stretch out the chest. So bring those hands to the side behind you, just lift them up slightly. That's great. Nice stretch through that chest. And then we're going to take our shoulders out to the side, just for that stretch across the shoulder, keeping up bending that knee. And then we can rest to the other side. Please share with your friends. Just flick this on to anyone you think could benefit from it. Really good introduction to training. And hopefully slow enough for you to follow. Please feel free to leave me any comments too. And then bring the arm back behind you for your tricep stretch. The fingers down the back of your arms. One more tricep to do, then my favourite bit, for those of you that have followed me and know me, hinging at the hips and just allowing your body to hang in front of you. Oh, love the feeling of it. Let's go. So take your body forward, coming down, chin to chest, and just letting your body hang there. Oh, it's a good feeling. If you can get those hands down, brilliant. Stretching out those hamstrings. Great stuff. And then slowly coming up to standing. Thank you for joining me and look forward to seeing you at another session soon. Bye!